Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a noob statue. This statue really reminds me of me. If you'd like to continue seeing all of my videos and seeing what I'm going to be up to next, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it really helps me and the channel out when you guys subscribe and watch the videos. But without any further ado, let's get started. Now, just before we start building, here are all of the materials that we are going to be needing. So please make sure that you have access to every single one of these, and once you're ready, we can begin. So, the first thing that we're going to do with our noob statue is place a row of 8 grey concrete in a row on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Place another row on top. We now have to do 16 rows of blue concrete on top. That's 1, 6, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we are going to extend every single one of these upwards by 16 rows using your blue concrete. Noob just so happens to really like wearing his trousers high and tight, so that's exactly what we're giving him. And once we have completed these 16 rows of trousery goodness, we are going to, once you have completed all of those rows, going from left to right on top of the next row, place a black concrete, followed by a blue, black, 2 yellow, black, blue, black. On top of that, place 3 rows of cyan concrete. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Just like that. For the next row, going from left to right, place 3 cyan. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 white terracotta. And then 3 cyan. 1, 2, 3. For the next row, place 2 cyan, 4 white terracotta, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 cyan. That will give us something which should look exactly like this. Now, once you have completed this, we are going to come all the way down to the base of the statue right behind, and we're going to take the very back of the legs here, and place 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, of grey concrete coming directly out of the back of the bottom of the statue. So, we're going to be left with this shape right here. On top of this back row of grey concrete, stack another row of grey. And then what we're going to do is place another 16 rows of blue concrete, which you could count out, but I'm not going to. I'm simply going to line it up with the front of the statue. So, you want to make sure that you have indeed got 16 rows of blue concrete on top of the grey concrete, which, again, feel free to count it out if you're a massive fan of math or counting. However, I hate that stuff, so I'm simply just going to match it over the front of the statue, and we should both, hopefully, end up with the same result. And the back of the statue has a lot of similarities from here with the front of the statue, except there are a couple of key differences. So once you have all of those rows of blue on the back, notice that on the front, Noob has a belt. We want to have the same black concretes on the back of the statue, which you can copy by looking at the front, except there is no buckle on the back of the belt, or on the back of the statue. So we want to leave the yellow concretes out and simply place blue. Additionally, we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of cyan on top of this, and nothing else. The reason being is because on the front of the statue, Noob has a collar, hence why we can see a little bit of manly chest right there, but on the back of the statue there is no such thing, so we should have something which should look like this. Now, once you have done that, we are going to complete the head. The head is made out of primarily white terracotta, a little bit blue, and some other stuff. But I'm going to get rid of grey concrete for a moment and grab some brown. And on top of the front of the statue, I'm going to place a row of white terracotta. In front of this, I'm going to place another row of white terracotta. Going from left to right in front of this, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 white terracottas, then a light blue concrete. Extend the light blue concrete up, right, up. Place a white terracotta to the left and a blue on top. I want you to fill in the middle of these rows and the left and right of them and all that using white terracotta. So we are simply building up the drool that Noob has just like pouring out of his mouth. Well, you know, it is what it is. That's drool. So on top of this row, going from left to right, we're going to place 3 white terracotta. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to place a black concrete, 2 red concrete, and then 2 white terracotta. Going from left to right, on top of this row, we want to place 2 white terracotta, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4 black concrete, and then 2 white terracotta. Then for the next part of this row, we want to go from left to right, place a black concrete, followed by a white concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4 white terracottas, white concrete, and then a black concrete. Finish this up by placing a row of brown concrete on top of every single one of those blocks, and there you have, well, that's mostly Noob. We want to take the row of brown concrete and extend it backwards by 7 additional rows using brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to take every single one of these 7 blocks and extend them all backwards. So this is going to make up the top of Noob's head. He has a luscious set of hair. And we want to then, once we have extended it backwards by 7 rows, we also want to extend it down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. And you can fill all of these rows in with brown concrete too. You don't even have to count out said rows of 7. Reason being is because it should just line up with the base of the head. So it's actually, you know, no need to count really. We're going to connect the sides of the head together at the bottom by using rows of white terracotta. In the front left corner towards the face area, we're going to place a white terracotta in the corner, 1 on top and 1 coming towards the back. We'll place this on the other side too, but also we want to have rows of brown concrete for the sides of the head. So this is going to be the hair. It'll end up looking exactly like this. And we want to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So you can begin by connecting the base of the head together using white terracotta, place a block in the corner, extend it back and also extend it upwards. If you like, you can even connect the little space that you had underneath the head there at the back. Place brown concrete and extend it and connect it to the actual body of the statue. But beyond that, simply place your rows of brown concrete like this, coming all the way up, eventually up, and then eventually we will end up with something that should look like a very newbie Pez dispenser. Do you guys know what Pez dispensers are? If you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. Once you have done that, I think that it is time for us to make Noob's arms. And don't think that I haven't forgot about the sides of the statue. So we're going to use cyan concrete, and on the front of the statue we are going to take the very top left side of the body, which is this block, and place 4 cyan concretes coming left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to extend those cyan concretes down by 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then we're going to place 8 rows of white terracotta coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we want to extend every single one of those, of course. What you do to one, you generally do to most of them. You want to extend all of those down. To which we are then going to extend the top of the arm backwards by 3 rows using the respective material that is at the top of the arm, which is cyan concrete. And at the bottom of the arm we'll do the same, so white terracotta, extend it backwards. We'll fill the sides of the arm in using a mixture of white terracotta and cyan concrete. You use white terracotta where you can see it on the left and right of you, and you use cyan, same principle, when it's on the left and right. It all follows on. We want to do the same thing using white terracotta on the back of the arm too. You simply follow the colour around. You really probably can't go too far wrong with this method. It should be fairly easy to do. And then to finish this up, which, this is unfortunate, but we're going to need the grey again. I wish I would have chose a different colour to get rid of. We're going to connect the base of the feet together in the middle on the sides, and we'll place blue concrete coming all the way up here to connect to the base of the arm, or the base of the hand, whatever you want to call it. It's that part of the body anyway. So we'll end up with something that should look exactly like this. Now, once you've of course done that on one side, we want to do the same on the opposite side. So, a fast-forwarded version. we place 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of cyan concrete coming out the side of the top of the statue. This particular occasion, I'm going to also extend it backwards by 4 rows too. I'm going to extend it all down by 1, 2, 3 rows, all the way around. This will create the top of the shoulder. This is where Noob has a shirt. This is his sleeve. So we're going to extend it all the way around, all in one go, because it really doesn't make too much of a difference what order this is done in. We then want to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of white terracotta coming downwards all the way around, all the way down from the sleeve area. So not only does Noob have possession of a shoulder, which is very fancy all by itself, he also has arms. So we're going to extend all of these down, of course, using the white terracotta. There will only be one very small detail that we will have to do once you have completed the arm, which is the leg, which is also rather easy because all you do is place a row of grey concrete connecting the bottom together, and then rows of blue concrete coming all the way upwards to connect to the bottom of the hand. And once that has been done, you should be left with this I don't know what to say, a very striking statue of a noob, which also kind of reminds me of me quite a bit, but hey, what can you do? So hopefully you guys have also got this on your screen. This is a very quick look at what the statue looks like once it has been 100% fully completed, just to give you guys a nice 360-degree view all the way around the statue, just so that you can see that nothing else has been added or changed in any way, shape or form. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button, as that really helps me in the channel out very, very much. If you would like to see what else I'm going to be making in the future, subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. If you would like to make any of my other previous creations, and there are more than this, then check out the card system and the description below. That is the best place to find all sorts of my fun statues. Without any further ado, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!